بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى الطيبين الطاهرين لا سيما بقية الله في الأرض. So we are going to have about 10-minute talk about month of Ramadan, and then we can have Q&A about this talk or previous talks or other things. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in his famous sermon in the last Jummah of the month of Sha'ban made very important remarks about month of Ramadan. And you are all familiar with that beautiful khutbah, which starts with Ya ayyuhan nas qad aqbala ilaykum shahrullah bil barakati wal rahmati wal maghfirah. The month of Allah is coming to you or has come to you because it was just few days before beginning of month of Ramadan, with barakah, with rahmah and with maghfirah. What is barakah? If someone asks you what is barakah, what is the answer? Yes, but blessing can be used for ni'mah, but barakah is more than just a ni'mah. Barakah is a blessing which is increasing. It's growing. But even this is not everything. Barakah is a blessing which is helping you, thank you very much, to make more benefit of other blessings. Okay? So if there is barakah in my life, I can better benefit from my, time, my knowledge, my skills, etc. So barakah is like a catalyst, yeah, that helps you to better appreciate and benefit and utilize what Allah has given you. So month of Ramadan comes and brings barakah. War rahmah and mercy. What is rahmah? Rahmah is very important concept, and if you are interested, I have I think 7 lectures on rahmah, and they are also published as papers. Understanding God's mercy. Rahmah, according to the Quran, is summarizing every blessing that we receive from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our existence is out of rahmah. Even Quran says that we are created because of rahmah. We are sustained because of His rahmah. If rain is coming, if food is coming, it's because of rahmah. Health is rahmah. Everything is rahmah. Guidance is rahmah. Forgiveness is rahmah. And I have referenced all these things. From Quran we can understand that rahmah is in every good that we receive, in every sin which is forgiven. Even Allah says, لَوْلَا فَضْلُ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَتُهُ مَا زَكَى مِنْكُمْ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. Had it not been because of Allah's favor and rahmah, none of you would have become pious and pure. ما أبرئ نفسي إن النفس لأمارة بالسوء إلا ما رحم ربي. Yusuf alayhi salam or Zulaykha, there are two interpretations. One of them said, Nafs is commanding to do bad things, Nafs Ammara, إلا ما رحم ربي, except when Allah's mercy is there. So, Rahmah is a very important concept. And then Maghfirah, which is a branch of Rahmah. One aspect of Rahmah is forgiveness. So the month of Ramadan brings barakah, wal rahmah, wal maghfirah. Is the month that we are invited to divine banquet. شهر دعيتم فيه إلى ضيافة الله. Imagine, throughout the year we are guests of Allah. But now there's a special treatment. Like a child is always, on the banquet that parents provide. But one day is, for example, the birthday of the child. So they say, we have a special treatment for you. So month of Ramadan is a special treatment of Allah, and He invites us to be His guests. When you hear that you are invited to be guests, you realize that this is very important, because even uninvited guests are to be welcomed. Yeah, Islamically, any person who comes as a guest, you have to welcome. You cannot say you are not invited. But if you invite someone, then you have to do more. Okay? For example, I am at work, children call me, a guest has come, I didn't know. I said, okay, welcome him and I will come quickly. But if I invite someone, then I have to make sure that I am already at home expecting my guest. Yes? So Allah is inviting us to be His guest. And this means that He's available for us. Yeah? You cannot say, my servants are there and they look after you, or my family are there, my brother, sister, I don't know. No, you yourself have invited and you must be there. Even if 100 people are there, it's impolite that you invite someone and you are not there. Unless you are, in emergency situation. You have no control. Allah has no emergency, so He must be there. Yeah? And the good point is also that a guest is not asked to bring something. Yeah? Actually, you have to be very careful if you take something as a guest. It should be taken in the way that is not offensive to the host. Yeah? For example, if I take my food with I should make sure that the host doesn't mind. Otherwise he would think, did you think I'm not going to feed you? Did you think that my food is not good? Yeah? So you have to be careful. Sometimes, we are so close to each other that maybe I prepare something and bring. But I have to be careful if the host minds, that I take something with me. So, guest is certainly not expected to take anything. It's not a condition that, tell me what you have brought, then we decide to let you in or not. So, this gives us lots of hope that in the months of Ramadan, Allah is going to let us in and let us to have meeting with Him without looking at other things. He has invited us. Even Rasulullah didn't say, Ya ayyuhal ladhina amanu. He said, Ya ayyuhan nas. I am nas. I don't say I am a mu'min, but I am nas. I am one of the people. Okay? So we are invited as guests It's not conditional upon what I have done in the past. There is only one requirement. You should enter as a guest. Okay? When you are invited to a feast and there are other guests there, what should you do? You should be observing the protocols. Okay, we didn't ask you to bring anything, yeah? We didn't question you, but now you have to act in the way that other guests feel happy. Yeah, if you come with a bad, appearance, or if you smell, or I don't know, if you speak too much, or you are always sad, and everyone looks at you and feels bad. This is spoiling our feast. Yeah, we want everyone to enjoy this. So, as a guest, be careful about observing the etiquette of being a guest with respect to the host, with respect to other guests. If I annoy other guests, the host is not happy. Or if, God forbid, in the house of my host, I disobey him, it's not acceptable. Yeah? So, this is why when in the same khutbah, Rasulullah was asked, what is the best action in the months of Ramadan? He said, Al-wara'u an maharam Allah. To be careful not to disobey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then try to help others. So if anyone is under you, either your children or people who work under you, etc., try to be more flexible with them in the months of Ramadan. Try to be more merciful to them in the months of Ramadan. For example, if people work for you 10 hours a day, in the months of Ramadan, see how you can make it more manageable for them. Yeah? So, as much as you can, be kind to others, merciful. People who have need, they have no food, no, I don't know, dress, etc. Help them, because they are also guests of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. For a guest to get very close to the host, there is a shortcut. If you want to get very close to the heart of the host, what is the shortcut? Pardon? Istighfar is good, but if you want to go very much to the heart of the host,
you help the other.
pardon?
You help the other guest.
You do what the host wants you to do.
If you serve other guests, automatically you become closer to the host. Because you say, I don't want to be treated as a guest only. I want to help you to look after your guests. So many people go in the months of Ramadan with the hope of their life becoming better. Maybe their debts become less. I don't know, maybe they have problems in their families, breakdown, etc. So you in the months of Ramadan be an agent for Allah to make people happy. Whatever they need, if they need moral support, emotional support, I don't know, family reconciliation, whatever, this makes you closer to the host. Because these are the things that he wants to offer. He wants to offer barakah and rahman maghfirah. But barakah and rahman maghfirah are not abstract. They have to be translated into what? Into actions. It should help someone to get married. It should help someone to, I don't know, maybe buy a small house to get rid of, paying too much rent, or, maybe someone needs money for treatment. So, if you help other guests, then you become closer to the host. And even when every guest goes, you remain. Say, let me now help you to clean the house. Yeah? And then you say, can I come and see you? You have made a special relation. He said, yes. You don't need to wait for another feast. You can anytime come. Yes? So this is the beauty of service. If you wait to be served, you are losing. Some people think they are very clever. They say, no, I don't do anything. I just have to be served. Because this is, feast, I have to be served. Food, everything, should come to me, Even Jibreel should come and say salam to me every day because I am fasting. I am guest of Allah. No. If you are a real guest, you see value in serving people, not in being served. So, we need to benefit, inshallah, as much as we can. We can never benefit enough, but as much as we can, we should benefit from the opportunity of month of Ramadan by being good guests, not to disobey Allah at all in the months of Ramadan. Even if I have bad actions, bad habits, I should stop with month of Ramadan. I should not allow any exceptions in the months of Ramadan. Inshallah, maybe if for 1 month I try to be like this, maybe I can change, maybe I gain more determination. And to be kind with people. In Islam, I don't want to say the best, but at least I can say one of the best types of ibadah is to serve people. In Hadith Qudsi, Allah says, Al-Khalqu Ayali. People are like my family. They depend on me. Whoever is showing more love and benefit to my people is closer to me. أحبهم إلي أنفعهم لعيالي. Serving people and not disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. These are the bottom lines. And then on top of that, use any opportunity to increase your knowledge, to recite the Quran, to do some community work, to give iftar to people, even if they are not needy. Giving iftar doesn't have to be for needy people. These are good things that you do on top of those two. But the beauty is that it's such a fertile atmosphere that even Rasulullah said, "Anfasukum fihi tasbih." Just the fact that you are breathing is tasbih. Yeah? And with anfas, it's 24 hours. Even when you are sleeping, you have to breathe. And it's counted as tasbih. وَنَوْمُكُمْ فِيهِ عِبَادَةٌ. And your sleeping is ibadah. So I am doing tasbih and ibadah when I am sleeping. وَدُعَاؤُكُمْ فِيهِ مُسْتَجَابٌ. And your dua is accepted. And your actions are accepted. So it's very good opportunity. Reciting one ayah of Quran is like reciting the whole Quran. So if you recite the whole Quran, it's like reciting 6,000 and several times. So we should inshallah benefit from this month of Ramadan with this mindset, and especially the highlight is Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr is a special, like a jewel which is in the months of Ramadan. We know this, but I am sure we have never really grasped this. One night better than 1,000 months. Did you really understand? Means one night is better than your life if you manage to live some 8 years. Yeah? But even if you live, inshallah, 100 years, but your productive time is not 100 years. Yeah? because many years you spend as a child. Then maybe 1/3 of life we are sleeping. Yeah? Sometimes we are upset, sometimes we don't do anything. Yeah? So maybe people who are very efficient, they can say 20-25% of their life they have utilized. Yeah? But this night is better than 1,000 months that you utilize every second of it. Pure time. Imam Baqir alayhi salam was asked, what does it mean? He said, anything good that you do will be rewarded as if you did it for 1,000 months. So, if you manage to get Laylatul Qadr, you do idrak of Laylatul Qadr, then it means that you have lived such a long, blessed life, and then inshallah next year another. So when you are resurrected, you are not 50, 60 years old. You are 1,000 years old, because you made a special, connection with Laylatul Qadr. Other people are 70 years old, 60 years old, 90 years old, but you are many years, 1,000 years old, because you didn't lose Laylatul Qadr. And Laylatul Qadr has a special connection with Quran and with Imam of our time. So if you want to get connected to Laylatul Qadr, you must do it through Imam Zaman and Quran. In Laylatul Qadr, Quran is given to humanity. إِنَّا أَنزَلْنَاهُ فِي لَيْلَةِ الْقَدْرِ. Someone asked Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, was Laylatul Qadr only in that year that Quran was revealed, or it repeats every year? I'm sure you know the answer. The answer is it repeats every year. But Imam mentioned an argument, and not many people know the argument, or they didn't think about it. Many people don't know or don't think about it. Imam said Laylatul Qadr is every year, and if Laylatul Qadr doesn't repeat, la rufi' al-Quran. Quran will be taken back. And now anzalna, opposite to anzal is raf'. Allah sent Quran down in Laylatul Qadr. If Laylatul Qadr doesn't repeat, then Quran will be taken back. What does it mean? Pardon? Yeah, but what does it mean Quran will be taken back? Quran is already given. How can it be taken back? How can you redo the history? Yeah, Quran has come down. What does it mean it will be taken back? Pardon? Sorry, I didn't hear. No, the world will not end. But the blessing of having Quran will be taken. So this hadith opened a new horizon for me, and for many years I thought about this. And then with some other hadiths, I came to this conclusion, that Allah has sent the Quran down to us as a channel of light and mercy and healing. It's shifa, it's rahmah, it's nur. Okay? this channel is open from the year that Quran was revealed up to now, and inshallah up to the end of the history. Quran is an open channel. But every year in Laylatul Qadr, Allah charges this channel with fresh light, fresh guidance, fresh shifa. The rizq of every generation, every year is coming in Laylatul Qadr. Maybe there was something that I was not able to understand last year. But inshallah, in this Laylatul Qadr, Allah through the Quran sends guidance to me. Maybe our generation needs some more help, some more guidance. We don't need more chapters of the Quran. We don't need more verses. These are only to make sure that the channel is there. But then every year there is fresh spiritual rizq, light, rahmah, shifa coming through this channel. This is Hablullah. One side of Habl is held by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. One side is to us to hold on. Yeah? وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ. If you want to rescue someone who is in fire, and for example, you go with helicopter and you send a ladder or a rope, what do? Do you drop the rope or ladder, or you hold on one side and release the other side? Huh? You don't drop it. You hold on one side and say, hold and rise. Yeah? So we need to take Quran and go higher and higher. Hadith says, when people go to heaven, they will be told, Iqra' warqa, or Iqra' was'ad. Read and rise. Depending on how much of the Quran you can read, you will rise. Or Hadith says, Adadu daraj al-jannah, adadu ayil Quran. The number of the ranks in heaven is equal to the number of the verses of the Quran. But who can read Quran in heaven? Pardon? It's not, you say, oh, I am a hafiz of Quran, I can read all of it and go to the highest place. Yes. You know, for example, we have hadith that if you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, you cross bridge of Sirat like flash of light, kalbarq. But who can say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim at that time? We may forget even our names. You know, when you panic, yeah, you forget everything. Even you don't know, it's day, night, I don't know if you have had sometime accident, the pressure of accident, maybe you panic. For some time you don't know, where are you? So, who can remember Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim? The one who has lived according to Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. The one whose life was showing Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Yeah? So, the same is with reading and rising. How much I have acted upon the Quran? 1%, 2%, 100%. That is the main thing. Not how much I am able to read the Quran by heart in dunya. That's not important. I mean, it's important, but it's not important for this purpose. Because some memorizers of the Quran, maybe they didn't act upon the Quran. So, this is the channel, this is the rope that Allah has extended from His side to us. And then we have Hujjah of Allah. In Hadith al-Saqalain, in one version, it says, when it talks about Quran, it says, Hablun mamdudun min as-sama' ila al-ard, is the rope which is extended from the sky to the earth. But Imam Zaman is أين السبب المتصل بين الأرض والسماء, is the link that connects earth to the sky. Imam Zaman is a human being. He lives among us. But he is connected to heaven. Quran is coming from heaven, but extended to us. So we have two ropes, two links. Ma in tamassaktum bihima lan tazillu. If you take Quran and Ahlul Bayt, and in this time Imam Zaman, you cannot go astray. It's impossible. Anyone holds on these two ropes? Actually, each of them make sure that you are connected to the other one. So even one rope is enough, but just to make sure that you are holding on the right rope, you need to take both. So Laylatul Qadr needs friendship with Quran if you want to witness Laylatul Qadr. Laylatul Qadr means followership to Imam Mahdi. If you have friendship of the Quran and followership to Imam Mahdi, then Laylatul Qadr is your night. You don't need to struggle, It's your night. You must feel very much at home in Laylatul Qadr. But if you are not friend with the Quran, if you are not following Imam Mahdi, you have to struggle, is this Laylatul Qadr, is not this Laylatul Qadr, am I witnessing Laylatul Qadr or not? So, we should inshallah make a pledge, we should make a commitment to Allah that inshallah we are making Quran our friend, our companion, our guide, so that Quran can do shafa'a for us. And Rasulullah said, Quran is shafi'un mushaffa. Quran is a shafi that Allah has accepted and authorized the Quran to be shafi. It's not going to be rejected. And Imam of our time. Inshallah, I hope Allah enables us in this remaining of the month of Sha'ban to be prepared more mentally and spiritually and intellectually for entering this feast, and especially for witnessing Laylatul Qadr, inshallah. May du'as of Imam of our time be reaching us, inshallah, including us, and may he be pleased with us, and may inshallah Allah make his faraj as easy as possible and as soon as possible. ببركة الصلوات على محمد وآل محمد.